Hey guys, Justin with Ready Business Systems. Today I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of new vehicles versus used vehicles for your company, yourself, and your sales vehicle. So in my opinion, there's no right or wrong for new versus used. It just depends on what's important to you. So in my personal experience, I grew up, I always had an old car. My dad had an old car, my brother had an old car, my brother-in-law had an old car, and I didn't really know anything other than that. You go out, you buy it cash, and you can fix it up. I grew up pretty handy. I knew how to fix vehicles. So when I started my landscaping company, I did the same thing. I got used trucks. So the advantage to used trucks is obviously you don't need to get financing. They're definitely the cost of, throughout the lifetime of the vehicle, is probably about half the cost of buying a brand new vehicle. So you save a lot of money. But the con is that it's stressful. And for me, I had all these used vehicles, and they're always breaking. I had these surprise bills. One time I had this GMC diesel. It was a bad year. It was an 03 for those of you that know your vehicles and the injectors. That's a common problem with these vehicles, which I learned later. You should always Google a vehicle before you buy it, that specific year, make, model. So if you do buy used, make sure you research the vehicle, because if you search that, all the problems of that vehicle come up, and the fuel injector is a common issue. Anyhow, we had to bring it. One year we had spent $4,000 to get new fuel injectors. I didn't plan on it. I didn't know it was going to happen. The vehicle was then out of service. So if you do have used vehicles, you definitely need to have a surplus, so you can just not worry about that one, set it aside, and use your other ones. So anyway, running the business is very stressful itself. You have your employees, you have to manage money, and then stuff breaks all the time. So it's a very stressful business. And what I came to realize was that if you finance a new vehicle, it's going to be more expensive. It's going to be like $700 a month. You can even finance a pretty new vehicle, maybe one with like 50,000 miles or less on it, which is still going to be kind of a hybrid between the two. And if you finance a vehicle, especially brand new, you get the warranty with it. So the reason why I like to buy the brand new trucks nowadays is because A, it gives you better cash flow. So if you're spending $700 a month, it's not going to cost you. You probably are going to have trouble getting a decent used truck for under $10,000, and you're going to spend less than that in payments in a year. So it improves your cash flow getting a new vehicle. Also, it's under warranty. If anything breaks, you have that peace of mind that for like 5 years they're going to take care of it. You don't have to worry about downtime for your crews, so your trucks are always going to be up and running. I'm not going to say always, but more frequently they're not going to be broken down. And then obviously your costs are fixed, so you're going to pay $700 a month, for example, and that's what you're going to pay. You're not going to get the surprise $4,000 bill, so it makes it smooths everything out in terms of your cash flow. So again, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I think when you're small, you only have one truck, may be easier just to have a used truck, because if it breaks down, it's your own time. When mine would break down, I remember another example was the brake lines went. My crew tried to send out in the morning. At this point, I had 5 crews. We were working out of a dirt lot. I couldn't find a good mechanic because we had no garage. No one wanted to work in that work environment. And in the morning, I ended up being me doing most of the mechanical work. The brake lines were out. I had 3 guys waiting on me to get the truck out, and that was just money out the door, because obviously they're not productive. It messes up the schedule. Very stressful. So for me, for quality of life, I prefer to have new vehicles, because you know what to expect. And one little word of advice I want to share with you. There's a great program through NALP called Trailblazer Program. They give you, it's basically a free consultant that you can either visit for the day, or they'll come visit you for a day and work with you with a much bigger established company. It doesn't cost anything besides your NALP membership dues, which are very affordable. So my point is, I met with this guy, big company, and I was telling him about all my problems with equipment, and he said, well, why don't you just get a new truck? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you can get a new truck. And I was like, I don't think I can afford a new truck. I don't think I can get financing. He's like, oh yeah, they'll sell you a new truck. So that word of advice stuck with me, and that led to my decision to buy new vehicles, because they will, no matter how bad your credit is, no credit, you can buy a truck. You might pay a little bit extra on your rates for financing it, but they'll sell you a truck. The only thing is, there is pressure, obviously, as you build these overhead expenses in terms of a truck payment, you do have to afford it. So it's going to put a little bit of pressure on you if you have that $700 payment a month. Well, guess what? You better be working So I would wait a little bit before you commit to having a monthly payment. But if your company is already established and you have cash flow coming in, you can plan on having $700 a month. You know you're going to have it. Then my opinion is getting a new vehicle, so you know what to expect. You know your expenses, even though it's a premium. Not to keep going on about it, but if you look at your cost for a year and per crew, for us, we put that in our pricing overhead worksheet. It ends up being about 50 cents to $1 an hour, the payment for that truck. So, if you're normally charging $50 an hour, you got to charge 51. You can drive a brand new truck. So, depending on how many hours you work a year, but if you work roughly 10,000 hours a year and you charge $51 an hour instead of 50, that's $10,000, and that's your truck payment. Another thing to keep in mind is that the insurance is going to cost more in a new truck. There's also going to be taxes. So it's definitely a luxury to have a new truck, but in my opinion, you have so much to worry about in your business that you shouldn't have to worry about stuff breaking. I'd rather have just a money problem in terms of the truck payment than a money and an equipment breaking problem, because that's what it ends up being with used equipment. So that's my thoughts on used versus new. Obviously, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's a matter of your lifestyle choice and how much you're stressed out. Sorry, one other thing I mentioned in the beginning of the video I forgot to cover was personal vehicles and sales vehicles. In my opinion, they're not as important. Your personal vehicle, you see a lot of guys go out and buy a brand new truck. If that's what's important to you in your lifestyle, have a nice truck, making it look like you're successful, then that's great. But if you want to actually be successful, you should wait to buy that brand new vehicle for yourself. You don't need that brand new vehicle. It's not producing money. Your sales vehicle, as long as it looks decent, if it breaks down, you'll probably be okay. Your truck's out there doing work, producing money. In my opinion, that is your business. Those trucks, they're the ones generating the money. Without having those up and running, you're not making any money. In my opinion, those trucks are essential, and it's worth paying a premium to have them. So that's my take on it. Any questions, comments, post them below. Check out the website, readybusinesssystems.com, and I'll catch you guys next time.